Something that many people spend years trying to understand is the difference between simply being in a relationship and truly being in love. On the surface, those two things can look very similar. Two people spend time together, they talk every day, they go out on dates, they call each other boyfriend and girlfriend or husband and wife. But underneath the surface, the emotional depth can be completely different. Being in a relationship does not automatically mean there is deep love present. Sometimes people stay together out of comfort, habit, convenience, or even fear of being alone. True love, however, shows itself through consistent actions, not just words. When a man is genuinely in love, you don't have to constantly question where you stand. His behavior begins to reveal the depth of his feelings. Many people grow up without ever witnessing what genuine love between a man and a woman truly looks like. For some, the only examples come from movies, television shows, or social media. On the screen, couples appear perfect. They smile in photos, they travel together, they hold hands, and everything looks magical. But real love is not just about appearances or romantic moments captured in pictures. Real love is built through small, consistent behaviors that show care, respect, admiration, and emotional investment. Sometimes a woman may believe that a man is deeply in love with her, only to later realize that what she experienced was something else entirely. Maybe it was attraction. Maybe it was temporary excitement. Maybe it was convenience. The confusion between those things and real love can leave someone feeling lost or questioning their own judgment. That is why it becomes important to recognize the patterns of behavior that tend to appear when a man is truly emotionally invested in the woman he loves. One of the first signs appears in a very simple but powerful way. He genuinely values your opinion. When a man respects and loves a woman, he does not see her simply as someone he spends time with. He sees her as someone whose perspective matters. He begins to ask for her thoughts, her feedback, and her insight. This is not because he lacks confidence in his own judgment. It is because he respects her intelligence and trusts the way she sees the world. When he faces decisions, whether they are big or small, he finds himself naturally wondering what she thinks about the situation. It could be something related to work, a personal challenge, a life decision, or even something simple like choosing between different options. Her perspective becomes valuable because he sees her as a partner in life, not just a companion for entertainment. When a man consistently asks for your opinion, it is often a sign that he respects your mind and trusts your character. In moments like this, there is also an opportunity to deepen the emotional connection. The way you respond matters. Honest communication builds trust. Offering truthful feedback while still being supportive can strengthen the bond between two people. When someone feels that their partner can be both honest and encouraging, it creates a safe emotional space where both people feel respected. Another powerful sign of genuine love appears when something important happens in his life. When a man experiences a significant moment, whether it is a success, an achievement, or even an exciting opportunity, the woman he loves is often the first person he wants to share it with. That instinct reveals emotional priority. In moments of excitement, people naturally think about the person whose reaction matters the most to them. For a man who is truly in love, the joy of his success feels incomplete until he shares it with the woman he cares about. He wants to see her smile, he wants to see the pride in her eyes, and he wants to feel that she celebrates his victories with him. Her reaction amplifies the happiness he already feels. In many ways, her validation becomes part of the experience. This desire to share meaningful moments reflects something deeper. He wants her to be part of his world. He wants her to witness his growth, his achievements, and his journey. He wants her to feel proud of him, and at the same time, he wants to feel that he is building a life that includes her. Another natural behavior that appears when a man is deeply in love relates to problem solving. Many men have a strong instinct to protect and provide solutions. When they care about someone deeply, that instinct becomes even stronger. They begin to see their partner's problems as shared challenges rather than individual burdens. If the woman he loves is struggling with something, whether it is a practical issue, a stressful situation, or an obstacle in her life, he often feels motivated to help in any way he can. Sometimes the solution may be small, and sometimes it may require more effort, But the willingness to step in and support her reflects emotional investment. Helping solve problems is not just about fixing situations. It is also about showing care through action. For many men, actions feel like a natural language of love. They may not always express emotions with elaborate words, but their willingness to show up, assist, and take responsibility for helping someone they love speaks volumes about how they feel. Interestingly, some people hesitate to ask for help because they do not want to appear dependent or weak. But when two people are emotionally connected, allowing each other to help can actually strengthen the bond. It creates a sense of partnership where both individuals contribute to each other's well-being. Another quiet but meaningful moment that reveals affection happens during the most peaceful times together. There is something deeply intimate about falling asleep next to someone you trust. When a woman feels comfortable enough to drift into sleep beside a man, it often reflects a sense of safety and emotional security. For a man who is in love, watching the woman he cares about peacefully fall asleep can evoke a strong emotional response. It is a reminder that she trusts him enough to relax and let her guard down. In those quiet moments, there are no conversations, no distractions, and no performances. It is simply two people sharing a peaceful space. These moments may seem small, but they carry emotional significance. They reflect comfort, trust, and a sense of closeness that grows over time. Sometimes the strongest connections are not formed during grand gestures, but during these quiet, simple moments when two people feel completely at ease with each other. A man who is truly invested will also become curious about the woman's past. He will ask questions about her childhood, her memories, and the experiences that shaped who she is today. This curiosity is not just casual conversation. It reflects a desire to understand her on a deeper level. When someone asks about your childhood, your family, and your early experiences, they are trying to see the full picture of who you are. They want to understand your values, your fears, your dreams, and the moments that influenced your personality. By learning about these details, he begins to connect with the deeper layers of your identity. Sometimes he may even ask to see old pictures or hear stories from your younger years. These moments help him imagine your journey and appreciate how far you have come. It also allows him to build a stronger emotional map of who you are beyond the present moment. Another important sign of genuine love appears in the effort to keep romance alive. Love cannot survive on words alone. Saying, "I love you" is meaningful, but real love is reinforced through thoughtful actions. These actions do not always need to be dramatic or extravagant. Often, it is the small gestures that carry the most meaning. A thoughtful message during the day, remembering something that matters to you, planning a small surprise, or doing something kind without being asked. These actions demonstrate effort. They show that he is actively thinking about the relationship and trying to nurture it. However, it is also important to understand that not every man expresses romance easily at first. Some men become hesitant to show vulnerability because of past experiences. When someone has been hurt before, they may become cautious about opening their heart again. In those cases, encouragement and appreciation can make a difference. When romantic gestures are acknowledged positively, it helps create an environment where emotional expression feels safe. Finally, one of the most visible signs that a man is deeply in love is the way he speaks about the woman he cares about when she is not present. When someone truly values their partner, they naturally feel proud of them. That pride shows itself in conversations with friends, family members, and even casual acquaintances. He may talk about her accomplishments, her personality, her kindness, or the things he admires about her character. It is not about showing off or seeking attention. It is simply a reflection of how much he appreciates her presence in his life. When someone is genuinely proud of the person they love, they do not hide the relationship or treat it like a secret. Instead, they speak about their partner with admiration. They want others to see the qualities that make her special in their eyes. In many ways, this pride resembles the excitement someone feels when something wonderful enters their life. When people experience good fortune, they often want to share that joy with others. Love can create a similar feeling. When a man feels fortunate to have a certain woman in his life, he naturally expresses that appreciation through the way he talks about her. Understanding these behaviors can help clarify the difference between surface level relationships and deeper emotional commitment. True love is rarely defined by one single moment. Instead, it reveals itself through patterns of consistent care, respect, and emotional investment. When these patterns appear repeatedly, valuing your opinion, sharing important moments, helping solve problems, appreciating quiet intimacy, showing curiosity about your past, maintaining romance, and expressing pride in you, they form a picture of a man who is not simply passing time in a relationship. They reveal someone who genuinely sees you as an important part of his life. Recognizing these signs can help people develop healthier expectations and clearer understanding in relationships. Love is not always loud or dramatic, but it is steady, intentional, and deeply felt. When two people recognize and appreciate those qualities in each other, the relationship becomes stronger, more supportive, and far more meaningful over time.